Hi. Are you satisfied with your primary care, with your primary care physician? Are you a Black woman who's happy with your doctor? Are you having issues when you go to the doctor? Does your doctor listen to you? Do you have a wonderful doctor? This is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, right? Because I've been searching for a new primary care physician. And I'm not a doctor. I don't have a medical degree. I'm not versed in medical issues. I just know that I have not been satisfied with my primary care physician, mainly because they don't listen. I don't think they listen to me, right? I don't think they listen. I don't think they pay enough attention to me as a person, my lifestyle. You go in once a year. They see you for about 15 minutes, write you a prescription, and send you on your way. I feel a little bit like I'm treated like I'm on an assembly line, right? Okay. And Black women's health care has been an issue for a long time. We all know. We all know the history. We all know the stories. And I wish I had better prepared for this. I wanted to talk about maybe a couple of articles that I've been reading, because there are a lot of articles. There are a lot of articles regarding Black women's health care, and particularly Black women's maternity care, right? What has been your experience? Have you ever Googled Black women's health care, or Black women and doctors, or Black women in medicine? You'd be surprised to see that there's been numerous studies, numerous things written about it. And if you are also having some issues with your doctor, with your primary care, with your experiences when you go to visit your doctor, when you've been in the hospital, you might want to look into that, because you're not the only one. You're not. But first, if you're new here, my name is Sibongale. We don't retire, we ascend, right? Because to retire means to retreat or to pull back. And we have no intentions of doing that. We intend on living our lives full, if not fuller, more full than what we did when we were working for somebody for 30, 40 years, right? So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for visiting the channel. And please like and subscribe, right? And if you know a Black woman who's having issues with her doctor, share this video, right? Hit like and subscribe, and come back and see me, right? So yeah, I have been looking for a new doctor. Someone gave me a recommendation for a doctor who was very nice. Once I put it out there that I was looking, right? I was given a recommendation for a doctor who was really very nice. But all that happened was that they saw me, they did the women's exam, the pap smear, right? Mind you, I'm 61. But and that was it. They were very nice, but they sent me on my way, asked me what medications I was taking from my previous doctor. I told them, asked if I had enough of the prescription, that I need a new prescription. It's like, no. And that was it, right? My previous doctor, I've been dissatisfied, right? I've been on blood pressure medicine for a while, and I've been wanting to pull back from it, ease off of it. I don't want to take blood pressure medicine for the rest of my life, but because of my family's history, which my mother passed away from cardiac arrest at 40. Once they hear your family history, they just assume you're going to have to take medication for the rest of your life, regardless of your lifestyle, regardless of whether or not you exercise, regardless of anything, right? For years, doctors told me the only way to stop taking the medication was I'd have to lose weight, right? That's like the standard answer. Lose weight, exercise more, try to walk at least 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day, eat more vegetables, and we'll talk about taking you off the medication. Well, during the pandemic, I actually went on a low carb diet. I lost about 40 pounds, went to the doctor excited because I just knew she would at least say, okay, well, maybe we can cut back on your medication. But that was not the case. She's like, no, continue to take the medication, and we'll see again next year. Now, mind you, I see this doctor once a year for about 15 minutes, literally. At the 15-minute mark, she's trying to bring the conversation down and get out of the examination room to get to the next patient, right? And my doctor is a doctor with I call it corporate medicine, or one of those corporate organizations that employ multiple doctors for different things, right? And have multiple locations throughout the city. And that's fine, I guess. But it's like they view medicine and view healthcare as numbers game. Like, let's see how many people we can get in and out in a day. So after about maybe 5 years of seeing her this way, or seeing them, I didn't want to give away their gender just yet. I really, and also when I asked about being taken off of this medication, or asked about having it lowered, her attitude was such that, well, if you don't want to take it, you don't have to take it. You don't have to. You can stop taking it whenever you want to. It's up to you if you want to stroke out. And that was her attitude, right? I felt some kind of way about that. And as a result, I decided to look for a new physician. But it's a challenge. It's been a challenge. Because like I said, the next physician was very nice, but they, other than the standard write down, have you had this? Have you had high blood pressure? Have you had diabetes? Have you had this? Pain during menstrual cycles, blah, blah, blah. You check off everything on the list, right? Then, they just send you on your way. You don't really have an opportunity to talk about how you feel, your physical body, because really that's all they have to go by, right? That and, whatever the definition of things are in the book. I don't know. I'm a little suspicious of the medical establishment. I'm a little suspicious of my health. And it's to the point now where I'm almost afraid to go to the doctor. Probably when my health, as a aging and older woman, is most critical. But I'm almost afraid to go to the doctor because in some ways I don't trust it. I just don't. I don't think they really have my best interest at heart, right? And on top of which, and I do have insurance, by the way, but on top of which, not only do I have insurance, right? I pay a copay when I go to the doctor, when I see a doctor once a year. But also now they are requiring me to come in a week ahead of time to do blood work, pay another copay to do blood work for the upcoming office visit. So I don't know. Is it a racket? It feels like a racket. What has been your experience at the doctor's office when you go to see your doctor? Are you happy with your doctor? Are you satisfied? Because I'm not. I'm really not. And now they have someone suggested to me a couple of things that was suggested to me. But before I get to that, I just want to give you a few of the titles of some of the articles that I've been looking at, to let you know that this is not something new that's happening, right? With regards to Black women and our health care, right? In March of 2022, there was an article written that's called "We're Not Taken Seriously," describing the experiences of perceived discrimination in medical settings for Black women, right? In June of 2023. And let me see, this previous article, the one that I just mentioned, let's see, it was written on the website for the National Library of Medicine. Okay. In June of 2023, on the Commonwealth Fund website, the article why culturally competent care for women of color matters. Of course it matters. Of course it does. And then on the Today Show website, let's see, when was this article written? I can't tell. This article was written in July of 2020. What to say if you're a Black woman and your doctor won't listen. I need to finish reading that one. But what do you say? What do you say if your doctor won't listen? We can go from doctor to doctor, but then we also have to continue to regurgitate our history. I tend to stay with doctors. I try to give my doctor a chance to be a doctor. I don't know how else to say it. But a couple of things I was going to say earlier, a couple of suggestions were given to me. One was to seek medical care with a progressive medical clinic, progressive medicine, meaning that they don't treat you in the traditional way. They try to look at, everything, your lifestyle, your health, and they don't just prescribe you drugs. They do use more medical grade supplements and vitamins, I think. I haven't been, but someone that I know went to one of these places and she felt she received better medical care, right? But she also used this in addition to her regular doctors. And then there's something called concierge medicine. And we can talk about all of this a lot more lately if you are interested in this subject, and you must be. If you are a Black woman, right, of a certain age, and by a certain age, I mean 50, 60, even if you're younger, because there are young women having issues with young Black women, having issues with receiving and accessing affordable and quality healthcare in the United States. And it's been happening for a while. But another type of medical care that has been that is gaining popularity is concierge medicine, or boutique medicine, right? Where supposedly you get better health care and better quality care, right, from your primary doctors. However, a lot of it is not covered by insurance. Some of these places also require memberships for healthcare. But they spend more time with you. In the office, you have better access to your doctors. But the memberships are basically a monthly membership that you pay to have access to these doctors, right? And I'm considering that only because I really would like a comprehensive. I can't tell you the last time that I had an actual physical in a doctor's office beyond checking your blood pressure, taking blood work, right? The doctor that I am leaving, when I told her I suspect that, actually, it was just after I came back from a trip from Trinidad, and I had walked. If you've ever gone to Trinidad or any islands, especially where you know people, you do a lot of walking, right? And I'd walked, I probably had, oh gosh, over 40,000 steps by the time. For me, that's a lot, right? And my knees were killing me. They were aching like crazy, right? And I knew it's because I probably just walked a lot. I did a lot of walking. And so I asked about the possibility of arthritis setting up in my knees or what have you, because they were aching so bad. And she had suggested that they would do x-rays because they did have x-ray machines in the office. Well, when I got to the doctor for my visit, they didn't do x-rays. Instead, while I was sitting on the examination table, she felt around my knees, just felt it with her hands for a couple of seconds. And she said, yeah, it seems like you could have a little bit of arthritis. And my response was, so you can tell whether or not I have arthritis just by touching my knee? I was like, girl, you good. If you can just touch my knee and tell me I got arthritis. And still never proceeded to give me any suggestions on how to ease the pain. Although, I think I probably took Tylenol or something like that. But I was like, that's what I'm paying for? I reached my limit on my video, so I had to do another video. I didn't realize I was talking so long. So again, if you like this conversation, hit like, subscribe to my channel. Let's talk more about Black women's health care, because our health matters as well. Next thing I want to talk about, maybe not in this video, but in the part 2 maybe. Do you get better health care from your Black doctor? From your Black female doctor? I thought so. I'm not so sure.